Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdrive. Before we get into Pennsylvania people and places, a major announcement. You know, the Northeast Pennsylvania Partnership for the Environment, every year they have a banquet. Last year a little screwed up because of COVID, but they are indeed looking for nominations. They're looking for nominations for this year's environmental awards. You need to get involved with this. I love this organization. Of course, we always announce who the winners are, and you need to go to pecpa.org and nominate somebody. You'll only have until June 30th. Now here's Pennsylvania people and places. We'll begin things this morning with Bill Hudak of Andreas and the huge brown trout that he caught while fishing aboard the salmon tracker on Lake Ontario. Bill's brown trout measured 26 inches in length and weighed a whopping 11 pounds. Here's John Kaufmann of Gillett and the gobbler that he shot on the opening day of the spring gobbler season. He was hunting in Bradford County. John's gobbler weighed 18 pounds, had a 9.5-inch beard, and a 1 1/8 inch spurs. He shot it at a distance of 39 yards with his Remington Model 870 12-gauge shotgun. Next we see Martina Parola of Moscow and the results of her very first hunting trip. Martina shot her very first gobbler while hunting in Sterling Township, Wayne County, with her grandpa, Marty Carr. Her gobbler weighed 12 pounds and was just one of 4 gobblers that her grandpa called in that morning. Congratulations on your first gobbler, Martina. 7-year-old Luke Stoves is seen here with his very first fish. Luke is seen here with his brother Sean and grandfather Mark Derzolitis and his 15-inch rainbow trout. Luke's nice rainbow was caught while fishing at Kellner's Dam in Tamaqua. Take a look at 2.5-year-old Macey Renninger of McClure and her very first fish. Macey is seen here with the nice bluegill that she caught while fishing with her dad and Pap at Failer Lake. Congratulations, Macey, and keep on fishing. Check out the smallmouth bass that Wyatt Smith caught while fishing on the Susquehanna River this spring. Wyatt's smallmouth bass weighed 2.9 pounds and was caught using a peanut butter and jelly Guggen Squad Ned rig. How's that? On an 1/8 ounce eagle clawed jig head. Woo! What a great bass, Wyatt. Congratulations. Mike Ulisny of Greentown finally bagged his second bird of the year on the next to the last day of the season. Mike watched this gobbler every day and his patience finally paid off. He shot his gobbler, which is his largest to date, with the Mossberg 835 shotgun and Winchester 3.5-inch turkey loads. It sported a 10.5-inch beard, 1 3/16-inch spurs. Nice going. Here's 5-year-old Ellis Munley of Scott Township and his very first fish. Ellis caught this bluegill while fishing with his grandpa Bob on a local pond. We're told that Ellis did everything himself except one thing. He dug the worm, he set the hook and reeled it in, but he needed his grandpa to put the worm on the hook for him. Congratulations on your first fish, Ellis, and we hope you have many more fishing trips with your grandpa Bob. Here's 7-year-old Richard Tripp Derhammer and his very first turkey. Richard's gobbler weighed 20 pounds and had a 9-inch beard. He shot his first gobbler with his 410 shotgun. He was being mentored by his dad in Luzerne County. Finally, this morning we see 4-year-old Lucian Macey of Beach Lake and his very first fish. Lucian is seen here with his Papa Joe and the channel catfish that he caught while fishing at Joe's Pond in Cherry Ridge. Congratulations on your first fish, Lucian. And with all of these successful sportsmen out there, we'll put a close to this week's edition of Pennsylvania People and Places. Congratulations to all of you people out there still fishing and hunting. Be sure to send us your photos. We're looking for them. Before we take a break, you may remember when we visited Top Calls out there in central Pennsylvania, introduced you to Mike Hobbins. Now, Mike was very tragically injured in a turkey hunting accident and lost his sight. Well, just recently, the Pennsylvania Game Commission gave him the Hunter's Education Instructor of the Year Award. Mike, congratulations, totally inspiring to all. Nobody deserves that award better than you. We're gonna take a short break and we'll be right back.